Alright folks, it's time to leave upriver. We've spent a few wonderful days here at the Lamin Lodge, so it sounds like we're staying at the lodge. We're not staying at the lodge, we're staying at anchor on the boat. But the place is called Lamin Lodge, and it's this nice, beautiful little anchorage in a sidearm of the Gambia River, so in a bolon. And it's very peaceful, it's very calm. We had very calm nights, we could sleep very well, that was really cool. So a very good few relaxing days after the crossing. But now it's time to head upriver, because that's what we're here for, and we want to go upriver. We're here to explore the Gambia. We're planning to go to James Island, where a former slave fort is. So there's the ruins of a former slave fort and the little museum. So we're slowly starting to explore the Gambia River, sailing straight into the heart of West Africa. And you're coming with us. Enjoy. Whew. So we ran aground for the first time already. Not even 50 meters from our buoy. We were too much in the middle of the channel and ran aground. Stuck in the mud. Luckily we were slowly enough and could just reverse out of it. Took the buoy again for a short breather, resettled our minds, dove on the depth sounder because, hallelujah, the depth sounder doesn't work. It worked on the way in, but now it doesn't give a peep. And for these river inlet gong holding experiences, of course, a depth sounder is essential. So what we're doing now is not super smart because we're trying to get out without a depth sounder. Yes, there's not much more that can be said about that. Don't do that. It's always the simple things, right? So we're still...
Not always, man. Definitely not always. We've had enough like complicated things. But this time was a simple thing.
Still we feel stupid. So we have complained just a minute ago that we don't have a depth sounder for whatever reason, and it worked fine on the way in. And when I thought about what I said, I realized that I was wiggling with something that I thought was the old anchor windlass steering mechanism. But I realized no, it's not, because we ripped out the old anchor windlass steering mechanism, so it must have something to do with the depth sounder. And it looks ancient, and there is like a plastic screw on it that you wouldn't think does much, but when you turn it, apparently that's the gain of our depth sounder, and depth sounder is back. That's the depth sounder, and this box here, apparently this screw is the gain. No idea what these do. But that... This is our second echo sounder. Jan keeps track of the fishing nets. Mm-hmm. This is beautiful Tunley. We're being a bit slower than on the way in, because now we're with outgoing water. So tide is with us, which gives us extra speed. But if we run aground and can't get it unstuck in a timely manner, we're stuck. It's all these things that you have to think about and keep in your mind. One of the things that makes cruising, sailing so exhausting is all the parameters you have to constantly assess. I mean, I'm sure there's people that don't bother with that and they get lucky, but for me it's, you always think about these things. So the depth sounder and the map. Steering. In the front, Jan is keeping a lookout for nets. Oh, there's a fishing net. Sure you can't see it, but it's these tiny specks of plastic somewhere here. And there's a line attached to the net. And there's probably a second one somewhere. Oh yeah, it's over there. With good light now we can see him, but with bad light, night, forget it. Not possible. It looks amazing how flat the water is and how it reflects the sky. Absolutely amazing. We're around the corner and we can see Banjul. There in the distance. Banjul. That's the Atlantic Ocean. That's America. Like very far. Not sure if you can see it. So we're back in Banjul, back with the wrecks. The channel here is like only a couple of 100 meters wide. And over there it's like half a meter. Over there it's half a meter. Half a meter of water depth, so we need to be really careful to stay in the channel. It works with if you have a map and the depth sounder, it's okay.
Okay, so let's try to go upriver. We just make the bend from the sidearm, and now we're on the main river, and we go up.
Woo! There's dolphins. They're coming closer. Oh, sweet! Here they are! Wow, they're super close! Hello! They're right here! They're right underneath us. Ja, sie sind da in der Bauweg, schauen Sie uns. They're playing in the Bauweg. Wow, can you see them? They're right there, under the surface. Woo! Yeah! Woo, woo, woo! Sie sind gerade da unter dem Ding.
Also riesig!
They are huge! Yes! Yeah, it's huge. They can use our pressure to rise. It's amazing. So cool. This is the first time that dolphins are playing with us. We only saw pilot whales from far away and a very short visit from some dolphins very early on, but now they're here, underneath us. Right underneath us. Oh, cool. This is absolutely stunning. Gambia has been treating us very well so far. Oh wow, there's a whole group coming.
They're there in the water, surfing our bow wave, and then they need some air. They go off, get some air, and then they train again. Wow. Hello guys. How amazing is this? Super beautiful.
Alright, it's lunchtime. We're having breakfast burritos for lunch. So we bought lots of eggs, so eggs, bell peppers, tomatoes, some rice, some beans, some wraps. And look at Kira's steering position.
See the dolphins.
Perched up there like a bird.
See the dolphins.
To see the dolphins, because we're still surrounded by dolphins. It's amazing. For like almost an hour now. They're just around us. We're still powering ahead on the engine. Our speed has dropped quite a bit. We're around 3 knots now because we're against the current, but for now we're keeping it up because we would like to see James Island. The boat has already settled into chill mode. Kira has passed out. Jan is somewhere down there, and the boat is tracking quite well, so I just need to be up here and make sure that it goes into the right direction. It's very nice. All right, it's not much wind, just a couple of knots, but we thought we take what we can get. We roll out the Genoa, and this gives us maybe half a knot more. We are almost at Kunta Kinte Island. It's there in the distance, but at this speed it will be another 2 hours, and that will be just about sunset, so we'll see if we can make it. The thing that bites us now is that in the planning we used the timetable of Banjul, and what we didn't realize is that the tide timings of course change. We didn't realize how much they change in the short distance that we're traveling today. While in Banjul the low tide is already at just before 3. At Kunta Kinte Island it's at 6. So 3 hours later. That is amazing. That is an enormous difference. It shifts a lot when we're going upriver to later, so we're still against the current, which makes us slow. It's kind of stupid, really, to just motor into the current here, so we're not going to do that again. That is a one time only. You never stop learning. Alright folks, we have pulled the plug. We won't make it. The sun is close to setting soon, so we won't make it. So we're going to do a Gambia pit stop, which means we have shifted course. We're heading straight for shore, and because it's very shallow everywhere, we're just going to look for a place where it's like 4 meters deep, drop the anchor and wait for tomorrow, and tomorrow with the incoming tide we'll head up for James Island, have a short look, and then hammer on further upriver. So we're gonna head here for the night. A random, nondescript flat location. Yeah, should be fine until tomorrow, I guess.
So that was our first day sailing up the Gambia River. It was a day full of emotions. We first got a big shot of adrenaline when the depth sounder failed and we ran aground. But we were lucky, got ourselves off, managed to fix the depth sounder, and were then joined by those beautiful dolphins. Pure bliss. The river here at its mouth is still very wide and looks more like the ocean. We're keen to get further up into the small creeks. Join us next time when we explore the Kunta Kinte island and head further up.